don't know what y'all see when y'all watch Justin Herbert play that makes you say he's overrated. But some of y'all need to go get your eyes checked, man, because y'all are blind to just how good of a quarterback Justin Herbert is. How can Justin Herbert be overrated when he's one of the few elite quarterbacks that's been able to overcome playing for a dysfunctional organization that's on their third coaching staff in 5 years? Most quarterbacks that are put in Justin Herbert's situation, most of the times end up being bust. Think about all of the quarterbacks that have had disappointing careers in the league. Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston. What is something that they all have in common? They've had to overcome several different head coaches. Baker Mayfield, the key to being a successful quarterback in the game is that you have to have stability on the coaching staff. And when you always have to learn a new playbook and a new system every year, it puts you at a disadvantage. For Justin Herbert to continue to put up the kinds of numbers that he does consistently year after year is a phenomenally, because you shouldn't be able to do this having a new head coach damn near every 2 years. Not only has Justin Herbert had to deal with 3 different head coaches, but he also has had one of the league's worst rushing attacks over the last 3 years, and the defense that's been dog water for 3 straight years in a row. The 28-point lead that the Chargers choked in a wild card round against the Jaguars a few years ago, you definitely have to hold Justin Herbert somewhat accountable for that. But it's unfair to put all of the Chargers' shortcomings on one guy when this is a team sport. And you can't win in the NFL if you don't have an elite head coach. Name me one elite quarterback that has ever played this game and has won the championship that has done it without an elite head coach. When you name your top 5, top 3 quarterbacks in the league right now, you know what they all are going to have in common? They all are going to have an elite head coach. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Josh Allen, Sean McDermott, Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh. Want me to keep going? I definitely can. When you think about, let's see, Jordan Love, he has one of the better offensive coaches in the league, and Matt LaFleur or Mike LaFleur. I get both of those guys mixed up, but you guys get the point that I'm trying to make. Tom Brady had Bill Belichick. You can't have postseason success at this level without having a good head coach. There's not a single quarterback in league history that has won a Super Bowl with bad coaching. You can't win in the postseason if you don't have elite coaching. Not just that, but when you have a team that struggles to run the football, of course you're going to struggle to hold on to leads, because when you run the football, not only does it help keep defenses guessing, but it also helps you close out games because it helps you control the clock, which is what you have to be able to do to avoid having those big choke jobs that you had a few years ago against the Jaguars in the postseason. But wins and losses are not a quarterback stat. It's a team stat, and to be a successful quarterback in this league, you can't just overcome the opposing team's defenses and have to overcome the shortcomings along your coaching staff as well. Justin Herbert, since he has been a starter for the Chargers, has been nothing short of an elite quarterback. And if you don't agree, you really need to go see an eye doctor, because you may be legally blind if you can watch Justin Herbert put up the kinds of numbers that he does every single year, throwing over 30 touchdowns, having one of the better touchdown interception ratios in the league. He was top 10 last year in passing yards and touchdowns before he got injured. He did the same thing the previous 2 years before last year, and yet people continue to call this dude overrated. If Justin Herbert is overrated, I would love to hear 10 quarterbacks that you believe are better than Justin Herbert. And please don't put Kyler Murray in the conversation when Kyler Murray has had several losing seasons and he also has came up short in the playoffs. Don't want to hear the same thing for Jalen Hurts neither, because Jalen Hurts lost to Baker Mayfield in the first round of last year's postseason. There is not a single quarterback in the league that should be able to overcome the situation that Justin Herbert has been able to overcome. Several different head coaches in 4 years is insanity. And for him to continue to produce top 10 quarterback play year after year is nothing short of amazing, because it shouldn't happen. You gotta have that stability. You gotta have a good infrastructure within the organization if you want to build a successful quarterback up. To me, Justin Herbert is not only a top 10 quarterback in the game, but he deserves the right to be called an elite quarterback. He is not overrated. There are not 10 quarterbacks right now that are better than Justin Herbert. If you were to put those quarterbacks in the situation that Justin Herbert has been in the last couple of years, they all would have failed. This is the same thing that the Chargers did when they wasted the prime years of Phillip Rivers' career. This is an organization that is notoriously known for wasting their star players' best years. Jim Harbaugh probably is the best head coach the Chargers have had in damn near 3-4 decades. They have never had a head coach as good as what Jim Harbaugh is. Justin Herbert is going to continue to produce at a high level. I don't know what you guys are seeing in this man that makes you go, he's overrated, when he's playing for an incompetent organization. No quarterback is going to be able to have success when you have an organization that continues to play Russian roulette with head coaches and can't get any head coaching hire right. You keep saying how the Chargers don't have good wide receivers this year. It doesn't flipping matter. Justin Herbert has been able to elevate his supporting cast to a certain extent where the Chargers are still somewhat a decent team when he's healthy. But last year, you saw how bad the Chargers were when Justin Herbert got injured. They got blown the hell out by the Las Vegas Raiders on Thursday Night Football, led by Aiden O'Connell. He's been the glue that has kept the Chargers from being the biggest laughingstock in the National Football League. And I'm so happy now that he has a proven head coach that knows how to win in Jim Harbaugh, because these Justin Herbert or overrated narratives are about to be put to sleep this year. You can't win in this league, especially once you get into the playoffs, if you have a doofus as a head coach like the Chargers have had with Brandon Staley and Anthony Lynn. Justin Herbert is far from overrated. Some of you guys really need to go get your eyes checked if you can really watch Justin Herbert play and say, yeah, he's overrated. Because there are not a lot of games that Justin Herbert has lost, but there are a hell of games that the Chargers have lost due to stupid coaching decisions and terrible defensive play.